Right team, welcome to the Italian Dolomites, and today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest mistakes that I'm seeing educators, creators all over the world making right now. And yeah, it's because of AI. Everyone is seeing AI as a way to increase the volume of content that they're putting out there, and when they're doing this, they're ultimately losing their voice. And I think this is a big misunderstanding that people make when it comes to content, personal branding. They think it's about content and information when it's actually about becoming an attractive character that people want to follow. Now, 4 years ago, I was here in the Italian Dolomites and life was pretty fucking rough, to be honest. Even though I was in such a beautiful place, life was really tough. I was dead ass broke and I was trying all of the things that all of the big online gurus are talking about. Gary Vee was talking about posting 9 times a day on every single platform, and that's what I was doing.
I decided to follow the advice of the one and only Gary Vee, aka the Sage of NYC.
And I got nowhere. And it was only until I stopped listening to that advice and started focusing on just one channel and trying to become an attractive character. I know it sounds maybe egotistical, but that is what this game is about. People follow people who are interesting. And it wasn't until I actually made that switch and thought about how do I craft this, ultimately an attractive character through this 4-step framework that we're going to talk about, that things started to shift for me. I'm back here now, and last year in 2025, I had my first 7-figure year. We did 1.14 million in new business. We helped 6- and 7-figure educators get over 4.7 million in verified client wins in my advisory and consulting business, Scale 20. And we've helped creators, coaches, consultants, educators with tiny audiences make big bucks. That's all based on this shift that they've made from being a content producer to being an attractive character. And guess what? AI ain't gonna do this shit for you. This is stuff that you need to figure out yourself so that you get your voice and this character out of you into the world. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Now, if you're new here, my name's Tom Youngs. Like I said, I run an advisory company called Scale 20. I've learned a ton by just gathering data from all of the folks that we help. We gathered over 4 million data points last year, so we really know what works. The cool thing is the stuff that I'm going to talk about in this short video. This is the stuff that's going to allow you to stick out in this ocean of AI shit. I've actually been focusing on building an AI spine into my business for the past year. The thing that I haven't used AI for is creating content. I think that's the biggest mistake that creators are making right now. Now, most educators and creators try to build their personal brand around content pillars, their niche, offers, complex funnels, and all the bullshit that I talk about on this channel. And they're getting this completely wrong. None of those things answer the most important question. Who is the person delivering the content? Not what is the content, what is the information, but who is the person delivering it? Now, when that isn't clear, your content gets lost. You end up sounding competent, but you also end up being totally forgettable. You just blend in. You also might sound helpful, but you also end up sounding like everyone else, just generic or general. That's not what you want to be. You don't want to be the person where everyone's like, well, I've heard that from Dave, Susan, all the other creators who are in your market. So sure, you want people consuming your content, but what you actually want is people developing a relationship with you. So if you're struggling with inconsistent content performance, if you're not getting any comments, you're not getting any likes, any shares, any saves, and if you're just getting low quality 1 to 3 star leads that don't frankly know who you are, who you help, or how you help people, then guess what? That's all stuff that the algorithms hate. They hate that shit, okay? They want comments, they want engagement, they want saves, they want shares, they want likes, they want stuff that actually fuels the algorithm to know that you are someone that people are like, oh, okay, there's something behind this person that's sharing this information. And guess what? When you end up doing all those things, when you end up getting comments, shares, likes, saves, all of that stuff, you end up getting those 5-star leads that help you build your business. And I think we can agree that would be a pretty sick outcome. So yeah, you're right, Gary. Content builds attention. But guess what? Character is the thing that he has, and character is the thing that builds attachment, bringing people back for more time and time and time again until they've decided that now is the time that they want to work with you. If people only follow you for your ideas, you can just get replaced by the next creator. But if people follow you for your character, that's why they stay. And that's the secret that Gary Vee doesn't talk about. So let's build yours. Okay, before we kick on with this, I've got a little gift for you. There's a link down below. If you click on it, it'll take you to our 6 to 7 figures in 7 days email mini course. It's just a simple email that gets sent to your inbox for the next 7 days. And it's everything that I've learned over the last 3 to 4 years of fucking around and finding out that has helped me build my business. And I know it's gonna help you too. It's free. So click the link down below and that's my little gift to you. Okay, so the attractive character diamond is made up of 4 points. First, we have the vision at the top. Down below, we have the villains. On that side, we have the values, and on this side, we have the vices. These are all things that I've curated and I constantly evolve, probably once a year, and I come back to. So let's talk about them now. First up is your vision, and this is the future that you want to move people towards. This is painting that vision of that dream island, or perhaps even the Italian Dolomites. Pretty sick. I mean, it is a Friday, right? So this should technically be a work day for me. And I guess I am working, but this to me doesn't feel like work. This is the kind of thing that I try and get across to my audience, is that you can have this blend between work and play when you fully get aligned with the thing that you focus on, the people that you help, and the business that you choose to build. People follow people who can describe a better future for them. And so that's what I try and do in my content, is I try and describe what does this better future of owning a micro-education business that does 7 figures a year. You only help 100, 150 people. You don't have a big team. You don't have super low profit margins. That is the dream picture that I'm trying to drive people towards, to show them that that's possible. Ultimately, your vision is the transformation, it's the philosophy, and it's the possibility of the future that you can drive people towards. So you'll know who Steve Jobs is, right? Founder of Apple. He was renowned for driving people towards this vision of technology being simple and beautiful, empowering people that aren't techie nerds. And that was what drove and built Apple into one of the biggest companies in the world. And of course, you'll know David Goggins, who is renowned for having this vision that people are just far more capable of what they believe they're capable of. And then we've got Ali Abdaal. His vision is that work and productivity should fuel a dream life. And like I said, mine is that a micro-education business should be fun, it should be lean, it should be high profit, it should ultimately be easy to run, it should be simple, it shouldn't be complex. So the question is, what's yours? If you have a pen, I would highly recommend taking 3 minutes and just jotting this down. So remember, people want to follow people who can describe a better future. Okay, next up we've got values on this point of the diamond. And this is all about sharing all of the principles that drive your decision making. These are your core beliefs. Now this truly is all about being a magnet to the right people and being repellent to the wrong people. So I'll share with you some of my core beliefs. And these are the kind of like philosophies and principles that drive what I do in my advisory company, Scale 20. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that my core philosophy is around simplicity over complexity. Although I am a massive nerd, I hate complex stuff. I'm not the type of guy that loves really complex automations, spreadsheets, all that stuff. I love doing this. This is my zone of genius, making content for you guys, making content for my clients. And so I love thinking about keeping things super dumbass simple. And I think when I follow that kind of mantra that Alex Hormozy talks about, which is simple scales, complex fails. And then if you're one of my clients, you'll know very much about my FAFO methodology. Now, FAFO is fuck around and find out. Apologies if you get offended by the F-bomb. But fuck around and find out is really all about the scientific method. So I come from a science background. Technically, I'm a biomedical scientist and I'm also a qualified dentist. And I've always learned about the scientific method of having a hypothesis, running a test, figuring out what those results are, analyzing them, and then running another test based off another hypothesis. And this is a cycle. The philosophy around this is that if you do this, if you're a creator or an educator and you do this yourself, that is how you build a business that is truly yours. And people miss out on this all the time. They end up building a business based on someone else's core principles and values, and they end up building something that they hate. And that's not what this is about. So you need to get clear on your values and your core values and beliefs, because this is ultimately what creates the attachment between people who want to follow you or people who are just going to swipe on by because you just sound like another content creator. Okay, next down here, we have villains. Now, this is all about having an antithesis to your core beliefs and your principles. Every strong character stands against something, and they stand against a villain. This is one of the most common mistakes that creators make. If they don't have a villain in their ecosystem, They don't stand against anything. And content is all about creating tension, and you're the one saying, come over here, we do this, we live a life, we have a life where there is no headaches. You don't want to be like these guys over here who have loads of headaches and their life is an absolute pain. Villains ultimately just represent the problems, the ideas, the behaviors that you as a human reject. So I'll give you a couple of mine. So you'll know that I said that I hate complexity. And so there's a lot of folks out there in the educator space who they make things look really complex with really complex Miro boards, workflows and all that shit. And I call them the Miro board nerds. I've never had to have a complex Miro board to grow my business and to run my business. It's just not necessary. So the Miro board nerds are one of my villains. I've also talked about how much I hate complex funnels, right? Cross sells, down sells, upsells, sell you nan sells, 15 different products. I just believe in having one core client offer and you ride that beast like a majestic stallion to 7 figures per year. So what are yours? Who are your villains? What do you hate? What do you reject? What are the ideas, the problems, the behaviors that you reject? Again, get that mofo of a pen and write this shit down. Now, finally, we have the most important side of the diamond that everyone fucks up. This is over here, and this is the vices. Now, super important. I don't mean having the occasional cigarette or liking to have a drink. I'm not talking about those types of vices. I'm talking about the quirks, the flaws, and the personality traits that make you you, but are also the exaggerated perspective. People would probably say, hey, this guy's a little bit too direct. He's a little bit too blunt. Think about Gary Vee. Gary Vee has amazingly created his sphere around vices. He's super blunt, he's super direct.
I'm a winner, you root for winners,
People love him or they hate him. And that's because he has amplified his personality, quirks, and his flaws. Ultimately, this works because perfection is forgettable. No one wants to fucking follow someone who's perfect. That's honestly why I think like these AI influencers and stuff, they're gonna be a bubble, but I just don't see them having legs because people don't want perfection. They want imperfection. They want quirks. They want flaws. They want to feel like they are relatable. And that's everything about getting clear on your vices, being able to create that relatability aspect to your personal brand. Now, this has always been the sticking point when I've helped other creators kind of carve this out. They're always like, how do I know what my vices are? The funny thing with this, you just ask yourself one question. What would your friends say about your personality? Or you could just guess. So ask yourself, what would be the 3 character traits that you think if you asked your friends, they would say about you? Maybe you've got dark humor. Maybe you're stubborn. Maybe you're direct, you're blunt. Maybe you're argumentative. Maybe you're competitive. Maybe you just like saying how it is and you're just unfiltered. But what are those personality traits? Because you need to amplify those things. Okay, so let's just go over this in summary. So up top, vision content. Vision content is what inspires people towards a better future. Everyone wants a better future, okay? And you've got to be the one that says, hey, I'm here and here's the better future. Come and join us. Come and join me. Okay, values content. Values content is all about building trust. It's all about getting people to understand, okay, this is what this person believes in. These are their core values, these are their principles, and this is what really truly brings like-minded folks from all over the world who have access to social media, who could be from hundreds of different countries, and they will be attracted to you because you share the same core beliefs that they do. And then villains, this shows up in stuff that you push back against, okay? This is stuff like hot takes, contrarian opinions, the stuff that gets people spicy in the comments section. You just need to ask yourself 2 questions to get clear on who your villains are. Number 1, what frustrates you about your industry or in your industry? And the second one is what common things in your industry that gets talked about do you disagree with? Okay, then finally we have the vices. This is what makes you memorable as an attractive character. This is what keeps people coming back for more time and time again. Now the key with this, and the problem I've had with helping creators do this stuff, is they're like, well, how do I talk about my vices in my content? How do I talk about my personality traits? You don't. You do it through your tone and through storytelling. That is how you get your personality across. So the takeaway here is the goal isn't to create a new personality, okay? You're not trying to create this idea of you. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get clarity and then amplify the things that make you you. When you get clear on your vision, when you get clear on your values, when you get clear on your vices, when you get clear on your villains, that is when you become recognizable in your market. And when your character becomes recognizable, that is when you unlock the brand in personal brand. Now, I know most of this content that I make isn't going to drive people to work with me, but for some of you, it might. Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to help give people a stepping stone to be able to potentially work with me. Even if they weren't able to work with me, that's cool, because hopefully they get a load of value from this. So what I did is I took all of my resources that I give to my members in Scale 20 to help them craft a multi-6 and 7-figure online education offer. And I put them all into a simple course for free up here. So if you haven't seen it already, I would highly recommend going and checking out this course. Right, that was sick. I'll see you in the next one.